Will I be able to beat the unfair voters in speed draw? Let's find out. Our first theme today is sword. My thoughts for this round is to stick the colors to using purples and blues, add a little bit of shine on the blade of the sword, and draw in some wind swirling around it. I want it to look very magical, and since the canvas is a bit small for the whole sword, I'm going to draw it sticking out of a rock too. Now, some of you guys may be wondering how I'm going to beat the unfair voters. And to me, that'd be getting on the podium with the drawing that isn't chibi or simple. So, I'll be tryharding some of these rounds and hoping to get on the podium. Now, let's get back to our sword. We've got the basics down of our drawing, such as the sword itself, the rock, and the wind swirling around it. Oh, and we can't forget the little shine on the blade too. So, this leaves us with adding in all the shading, highlights, little floating details around the piece if we have time, and just overall cleaning it up and really making it stand out. I hope our color choice gives them some extra points since I see a lot of people sticking to gray, red, and yellow for this theme. Our round is starting to end, so let's go vote. We got second place, so I count that as a win in my book. Now, onto our next round. Our second theme today is cherry, but we have to spice things up a little bit. We can't just draw a normal cherry since I think that'd be a bit boring. So instead of a cherry, let's draw an eye and make the iris a cherry instead. We're also going to give the face a cherry eyebrow piercing as well, just so we can add a bit more cherry into it and just not go completely off topic. I hope you guys like this eye drawing just as much as the last one I did, which was a yellow heart themed one. This is also one of my favorite types of drawings to make since I do enjoy making unique eyes and playing with the shapes and colors and sizes of the iris. I'm also really digging this cherry theme too, so that's a plus. Right now, I'm starting to add some shading around where the eye, as well as where the eyebrow is going to be. I want to draw a thin eyebrow since I think that would be the quickest, but I also just really enjoy drawing that shape when, I'm drawing. If I could restart my drawing, I would definitely make it a bit bigger. I have a problem with drawing super small, so the canvas has a ton of blank space. So, it's safe to say that I did fail this round, but I did try to be a little bit more unique with my drawing, so that could also be why. Now, onto our third round of the day. Our next theme is Storm. Now, even though this is a challenge where I have to try my best to beat any unfair voters I come across, I also want to spend a little bit of time trying to expand my skills by exploring some more things. So for this round, I want to play a little bit more with my lighting. My plan to do this is have a campfire in the middle of the woods while it's all dark from the storm. And of course, I'll add some dark stormy clouds above it. You may question how I'm going to try to play with the lighting in this drawing, and the answer would be, it's with the campfire. I want to try and make it so the leaves on the ground is all illuminated by the fire. The hard part about this is the time limit we have, so let's hope I can get at least part of this done. Now that we've drawn the woods and the storm itself, we can finally work on the main part of our drawing, which would be the campfire, of course. For this half of the drawing, we're focusing all on the campfire and the light it'll shine onto the trees and the ground. We're going to do this by using some light and dark oranges around where the light would shine. Of course, it's much easier to show you than explain it, but I hope you get what I mean. We also failed this round, but thankfully we have 2 more rounds to try and win. Onto our next theme, we have pizza. So, since we've been on a losing streak, we have to try and make a comeback. So we're gonna try harder on this round and hopefully make it back onto the podium. Also, a quick disclaimer, not all these rounds were in the same server, so I've been server hopping. It wouldn't be very interesting if I stuck in the same server who always kept voting me all 1 star. It also gets a bit annoying if I'm honest. For this drawing, I'm going off of my memory, so some parts may look chunky or a little bit off, but that's because I have no reference. But nonetheless, let's try to do good this round to get back on that podium. To do this, I'm going to try harder on my shading than on my previous rounds and keep it nice and simple and to the point. So we're not going to do a lot of experimenting or trying to come up with unique ideas. We're keeping it right to the point, and that point is pizza. We'll add on a few pieces of pepperoni for the details and make the cheese a little bit drippy, but that's it. I hope this works out for us. Our round is ending now, so let's go hop into voting. Thankfully, we got another win for today, so it's alright if we don't get on the podium for our last round, because we've already gotten 2 wins today. Our last theme of the day is house. So since we've already gotten 2 wins and this is our last round of the day, let's make this one a little bit more fun and whimsical. How are we going to do that, you may ask? And my answer to you would be that our house is not an ordinary house. This is going to be a house for tiny elves or maybe even some fairies. So, instead of a normal roof and walls, we're going to draw this house to be the shape of a mushroom with a big red top on it. Let's add a path leading up to the little house as well, made up of spaced out pebbles and rocks. I think these types of houses and drawings are so cute and adorable, especially the ones with lots of flowers and bugs around them. But the cute ones, like bees, you know? Now that we finish up our mushroom house for the most part, I want to start drawing the background and some grass for the path and the house itself to sit on. Once I do all of that, I'm going to go back in and add some tiny little highlights onto the roof and wood, and add in some stars all around the sky. Because like I said, I want to make this look really magical and very cutesy and, you know. We had some great artists this round, so I can't even be upset that they got on the podium. Thank you all so much for joining me today, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If anybody would like to join my group, I'm going to put it up on screen. Once again, thank you all so much. Bye!